Welcome to the D&D world.
Hey Internet, what's going on? My name is Alekazam, and I am here once again with D&December. Tower of Doom. Playing my elf. I'm gonna go kill some dudes, maybe a dragon. Nah, there will be a dragon. Spoiler. It's gonna be awesome. And if you've been following along, you know that I've been doing a list of D&December topics that were shared. Jeez, bro, just die! Holy crap. A list of D&December topics on Twitter. Today we're going to talk about an interesting topic, at least to me. I think it's neat. It's called NPCs. Now, if you're familiar with RPGs, you know an NPC is a non-playable character. If you're not, it's a non-playable character. So what that means is it's somebody that's played typically by the DM. Oops. You also may notice I'm not taking any damage. I'm using some house rules where I lose money instead of health. And when I run out of money, then I start losing health. I wanted to make it not easier, but just interesting. It's like the last stretch of the game, so it's not that bad. So NPCs, you know, there's a lot of really cool ones. Sorry to anybody who is playing in my current campaign, but I'm going to spoil some stuff for you in this because I want to talk about my favorite NPC I've ever created. He is a small child by the name of Thomas. He's super cool. So he plays just like a regular kid, right? He is a 10-year-old, I want to say I made him. So he's full of adrenaline and adventure lust and like all this stuff. He just wants to go and be cool and part of it all and whatever. But there's a catch. He's not just a regular little kid. He is stupid powerful. And the reason being is because he was born of this really unique set of people who were like this universe's guards to the king. And they are... I'm not going to bother going there. I know what all this stuff is. There's a lot of junk. I'm not worried about it. I'm here just to show you guys the game, not all the secrets. So they're like guards to the king, and they're born without limbs. So this one other character that I created, his name was Cornelius. He invented a very special set of gauntlets that are able to enhance strength of the wearer. But not only that, they're also able... Hold on. Here we go. This'll do it. There we go. They're also able to put boots on to do the same thing. So they're super strong, and they're super fast, and they're super capable. They're like super soldiers, basically. And like, in time, they'll develop abilities at puberty that are unique because of their birthright. So I created this little kid who's like this, who is essentially just like a bro to the party. He's still also a burden because he's just a dumbass kid. And it's pretty great. Like, people usually fall in love with him because he's so likable and he's just there to be a help. You know, he's not there to be a burden. You don't have to watch him. He has to watch you. And that's super cool, especially because he is just a dumb little kid. And by dumb, I mean like he's literally dumb. He's not smart. That's the down. These guys are never that smart. They're typical soldiers. They're like whatever. On occasion, you'll find a few smart ones, but they're few and far apart for good reason. Great. Swear to God, if I lose that because you guys hit me, I'm gonna be really mad. Okay. All right, here we go. Anyway, so what am I even on about anymore? Oh yeah, Thomas. Thomas is super duper fun to have around because so many people are willing to have him around. That being the reason I bring that up is because a lot of the times, if you create an NPC with a complicated background, complicated backstory, your players don't care. They don't know that until they talk to them, and you can't guarantee they're actually going to talk to them or listen to them or be involved in any way beyond, you know, murder hoboing. So when I say, hey, this guy's awesome, believe me, this guy's awesome. I love having him around because I don't know anyone who's willing to just murder a 10-year-old boy who's super cool and just helped you out, because usually I have him show up after scaring off a bunch of bad guys when they get frightened by his awesome weapon, which is a giant spear thing that is made of like this stone material, and it weighs a shit ton. So even like typically I find my party's strongest fighter or barbarian or whatever will try to lift it, and even they struggle with it. It's just great. I love it. Anyway. Oh, we're gonna fight this man. He's a bad man. We're gonna wreck him though. It's fine. By the way, this is actually a more challenging way to play this, because now I actually have to hit this fool. He can't just kill me and then I go, okay, well, I died, so, you know, no more whatever. Let's do this. Here we go. All my spells will go away, in other words. And I'll be fucked. So good old Thomas, the little boy, dragon man. I think I call him Dragonlancers just to be cliche. But, and because, honestly, it's a spear the size of a lance that also has a dragon tip on it, so that's what they are. Cool. Got him. Run away. Scream. Cool. Hey, level up. Welcome to my shop. I am the town shopkeep. Buy my health potion. Buy my oil. Sable Tower? I don't know anything about that. I'm just a weird, creepy pedophile. That's what he looks like. Anyway, so little Thomas, he is really fun because, like I said, a lot of player characters will typically ignore your hard work and effort into an NPC because they don't need to care. You do. It's your job to make them care. If you can't, you're fucked. That being said, it's entirely possible to make them care. And it's easy to do that when it's a harmless-looking little kid who is clearly very strong and powerful. Players will look up to power, especially if it's on their side. Especially if they think they can easily use it. So that way you've got the truly evil people who are playing, who like evil characters going, how can I benefit from this? And the good characters going, why would I hurt him? He's just a kid. And that's the genius of Thomas. He's really hard to not keep in play. I suppose the one weakness would be if people didn't trust him because he's a kid, but okay, you don't trust him. Good luck figuring out what to do without the kid who's here to help you. Like, you inevitably, as a DM, you can force them to go back then. It's not always good to do that. You can always have other options. Maybe they can stumble upon it if they're lucky, or, you know, there are ways, and it's totally fine, but it's just fun to be able to force them to talk and interact with a small child as well. Because that's not something you see in D&D a lot, a small kid. Now, I spent a lot of time on Thomas. He has a crazy backstory. He's got cool concepts and abilities and all this fun stuff. The main thing about him is, unfortunately, that in the story that I have him in, and here's where the spoilers come in, he is the son of the main villain. He's aware of it. The players are not until a certain point in this plot. Unless they outright ask. Like, you know, it's just a really fun thing for me to throw in there for this story that I've kind of written. And his brother's also around somewhere. If you're smart, you'll find him. Oh, this is really cool, by the way. All these things, it's asking me 3 times if I'm positive I want to go fight a dragon. A big one. You saw a dragon before? Yeah, that was pretty cool. No, this is a dragon. Aw, yeah. Best part is, too, check this. Look at that. What a baby. He can't hit me. If that hit me, though, I would die in one hit. Although, with this GP thing, I wonder if I would die in one hit. It's supposed to kill you in one hit. I don't know. He does so much damage, you could actually see the damage for a second before the gold healed it. If you look carefully. That's really funny. Dang. I don't care, I'm gonna pop spells on this man. I want him to die. So Thomas and his race of people that I've sort of created are, like I say, able to gain these special abilities. I decided to be the stereotypical once they hit puberty, blah 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 blah. I'm not the most creative man ever, but it's still fun to have this kind of concept. And his idea was like, he would like, I forget what I gave him. It's written somewhere in one of my books or whatever. But, like, his brother had the ability to, he could walk on air. Not like permanently, like he could step on air. So like he could jump and then land in air, kind of like a double jump in like a video game. So like if my character could jump again while she's in the height of her stride, if you will. And that was the concept anyway. Not necessarily the... Ah, shit, I'm gonna die. Or not. Hey. That probably should have killed me. I don't know why I didn't die. I wonder... Ah! Oh yeah, he's out of, he can only cast his breath 3 times, like a real dragon. Ugh. You know how many times I would have died by now in like the regular game if I didn't use the money thing? Which, to be fair, I've lost like almost 2,000 SP. Alright, here we go. Come down. Lightning bolt, son. Where's the hammer? Hammer down! Aww. Hammer down! No! Hammer down! Cool, I did it. Beat the dragon. That's awesome. It's also hilarious. Look at this. You know how cool this was in the arcades? Oh, man. So, you know, all these people, I gave them, like, unique abilities or whatever, back to Thomas, including his brother, including himself. And I just had a lot of fun with that. That was really neat to be able to come up with that sort of groundwork, I guess, for a character. You didn't see that often enough in a lot of the games that I had played with friends and whatnot. People would just stick to the books, which is always a damn shame. Like, if you're doing homebrew, but you're not, like, you're, like, sticking to the books for whatever, but, like, your DM is not, that's super fun. As long as the DM knows how to keep it balanced, which I did. You know, the ability to move in the air, how helpful is that really, you know? Yeah, he had, like, bullshit strength and abilities, but, like, why would that matter? Answer, it wouldn't. Oh, I got all my money back and then some, oof. Anyway. Great, flame resistant, blah blah blah, let's go. Sable Tower. Rawr! Okay, Sable Tower, here we are. Probably gonna call this one a little soon for the night, because I've tried this a couple of times, I just didn't like how it came out. I'm gonna finish up my story with Thomas, though. So, what's so cool about him, like I said, is he's easy to get in the game, he's easy to keep around, he's an easy backstory, and I strongly recommend any DM trying to make a character that's interesting and has a unique backstory like that, try making them a child. Or, you know, try making them something that would be hard for your allies to want to kill. Not hard to kill. They could easily kill Thomas. They could one-shot him. It wouldn't be that hard if they wanted to, I'm sure. If they could hit him. But, like, make them hard on their conscience to kill. You know, try to know your players, and that's what's really interesting about NPCs, because you can make them anything. Anyway, so Thomas is Thomas. He's a good guy. You know, I don't want to spoil anything too terribly much about him, because like I said, I've got people playing in a game of D&D that watch these videos. But at the same time, I feel like it's important to bring him up, because he's my favorite NPC I've ever made, and anyone can use him in any of their campaigns, and anybody can make him viable, and it won't be hard to give him a backstory. Even if they don't use Thomas, they can still use the concept, and that's what's really fun. Plus, I mean, you know, it totally beats having that stereotypical, your crew enters a tavern, and there's a mysterious old man in the back corner playing with cards by himself. He looks awful important. Okay, you're just gonna sit down and get a drink? That's cool. The bartender asks you if you've talked to that old man yet. Old man, old man, old man, old man, old man. Anyway, that's what I think. That's where I'm at right now. I hope you guys are enjoying D&December. I hope you think this game's as awesome as I do, because I love it. It's tons of fun, and we're not even to the best part, which is the sequel. I cannot wait to get to the sequel. We'll probably get there tomorrow, I'd imagine. Although, you know what? One sec. Let me see something. I'm just curious. You know what? It's only been about 17 minutes. Fuck it. I was gonna keep going, or say let's quit. But let's not quit. Let's fight on a little bit. Let's make this an interesting situation to be in. Fight me. Oh, nope, never mind. That's a painful sound. I like how when you kill an enemy off screen in this game, it like throws their drops back at you. Like, oh no, he was gonna drop gold? Well, now you can have it. One thing I like about this game too, that I think is kind of cool, is like, there are traps going off around me right now, and you don't see that in real D&D very often. A lot of DMs aren't willing to have that happen, I feel like. At least I've never seen it. I might just have some shitty DMs. I really wish that they would accommodate for the fact that I am one person and not four. That would be tight. Ugh. So, yeah, great fire. I'm on fire again. Bite me. I'm trying to think of a fun story to tell. Like a D&D specific story. Let me think. Fuck these guys. Yeah, got him. I'm trying to remember, like, younger D&D stories. Oh, here's a silly one. So, I was playing D&D with some of my friends in, like, my first ever D&D group. We were really young kids, and our goal was to get to this town. And that would be the end of the quest. We had to get to safety. And my friend thought we were so screwed. We were never gonna make it. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever, fine. And he had this big plan for this huge battle. And at the time, it was like he was doing experience per combat or per encounter. And he screwed up 2 times on this quest. The first time he screwed up was we were walking like around this canyon. And as we approached the canyon, we encountered, keyword, a great like war was happening around us, basically. Fire. So in this great war, he said countless soldiers were fighting, and my friend said, "Can you give me a number?" He had him roll perception. He rolled a natural 20, so we knew that there were roughly 50,000 soldiers in this war that we avoided by not just running in like idiots. And he was upset about that. So we avoid this big war that he has, this big fight. But we still encounter it. We had to gain all of the experience for all 50,000 soldiers on either side that died. And apparently they wiped each other out too, through spellcasting or whatever. There was like no one left. And we didn't like let it go either. We were just like, no, this happened. You screwed up. Like, pay up, basically. He wasn't happy. He was not happy at all. It was priceless. I forget what we settled on. I think we were like, alright, because it would have made us like level... Christ, I think based on what he decided was going to be there, we would have been in the teens. He did not think this through. So I finally say to him, alright, fine. We'll settle for being this level and, you know, make sure we get some rewards that are equivalent. And he said, okay, fine. Whatever. But the biggest screw-up was, our goal, as I said, was to get to this town, because the town would lead to safety. We were basically like refugees. That was the idea. And it was a cool idea. It was fun. It was cool being on the run and like having that experience. Like, it was a really unique D&D experience for me. But his biggest plan was that we were going to get to the township, which is, at the time we're like, so we're at the town. And he goes, no, you're at the township. And we're like, right, but like, town's right there. We can just go to the town. We're at the township, we're basically at the town. And we argued like this forever. We argued into the night about this, because he had this big encounter that was like supposed to be impossible for us to beat. And like, he didn't want to kill us, he wanted us to struggle to get there. He wanted us to feel like, oh man, say Mike died, or Dan died. That's rough, or Alec, his whole character was obliterated, there's just nothing left of him. Like, how terrible. What an awful situation to be in. So on and so forth. Which, naturally, didn't happen. Because we just kind of power leveled for no reason. And this big thing that he planned, he spent like a couple extra hours like buffing it up while we were leveling up so that we had something to look forward to. And finally, we ended up like looking up, okay, what is the actual definition of a township? And now, I can't recall the exact Merriam-Webster dictionary, blah, 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 blah. I can at least recall that it basically meant, yeah, we were a town. Like, that's, welcome to town, you're in the township, you're right on the outskirts, basically. And he was pissed. So at the end of the day, we ended up finishing our quest by skipping every sort of combat he had planned for us, including the big bad final boss. Like, straight up just walked by them. And like, it wasn't like he gave us this big reason, like, yeah, you want to fight these guys. This is a recurring character. No, it was supposed to be like this new thing that we hadn't come up with that for his next campaign was going to be the big bad. I was like, well, you can just build him up then and, give us that fight first thing. He was like, nah, I never want to DM again. And frankly, I don't blame him. There we go. Nope. Nope. Goodbye. Goodbye. Wah. Wait, you put me to sleep? Rude! What a rude man. cool I did it. By the way, spells are bullshit in this game. They don't work. On the last boss. But they basically ruin everything else. So I try to save them for other things. Yeah, something over here. You'd think there'd be at least something like a switch or a sword or something I can pick up to give myself that extra boost. Because we're about to fight the last guy, and he's a tough boy. Check it. Oh, that's right. He makes me fight these clay boys first. So we're fighting clay boys before anything else. Anyway. So I already asked the question today of course, you know, what the hell does my character say when she gets up or gets knocked down or really ever? What is she supposed to say, at least, if anybody knows? Please tell me in the comments. But it still begs the further question, of course, which is, based on our conversations today, who's your favorite NPC, if you have one, if you've ever played? If you've never played, then, you know, obviously, first question comes to mind. And maybe, here's a fun exercise for you. If you've never played, if you're interested in playing, or maybe, you know, you just don't have a favorite NPC. Maybe NPCs just aren't your bag. Why don't, you know, as homework, why don't you guys make one? And maybe I'll include them in my D&D game. If they're good or interesting or different. Just remember, you don't have to come up with something that's like, this is the be-all, end-all. Like, you can come up with something that's just more along the lines of, oh, hey, this guy exists and this is what he does, and you could make him this. Like, it doesn't have to be, this is how he is, end of story. What is a man? Kudos if you got that one. We're gonna beat this today. This is the last boss.
Teleport.
Yeah, teleport. What's up? Oh. What a rude man. Really? Can't beat my ultimate technique. Jump attack. Bite my balls, read my book. I don't know what she's trying to say. Ice storm. Oh, this actually hurts him? No way. That didn't hurt him. That did nothing. I think he's like a lich or something. What a rude boy. This is gonna be a long fight, by the way. I won't die, but it's still gonna be a long ass fight. Especially considering I can't polymorph others or do anything cool like Cloud Kill. I'll show you Cloud Kill. Check it. Smell my BO! Normally, this clears the entire screen of any living enemies, but we're fighting the undead, so... Nope. What a rude boy. What do you own? Visibility. Oh boy. Rude. God, I wish I had a move like that. Just say, nah, you can't hurt me, and then ruin everybody's day. Fuck you, Deimos. So I'm curious if anybody watching this at all who's never played D&D has decided that because of me talking about it and me playing these games and all the stories that I'm sharing, like, has it made you want to play? I'm super curious about that too. I know I'm asking a lot of questions, but like, I don't know, I'm just super pumped because, like, even me, like, I haven't really been able to play, and I actually have a game where I get to play coming up this weekend. On Friday is our first night. And that's really just, that's something else for me. Like, I never get to enjoy the game anymore. I just have to always be the DM because no one ever wants to just play. That's no offense, of course, to people that I play with right now that I'm the DM for. It's fine. I did that to get you guys into the game. But, like, and I'll gladly do that for anybody, but I guess my point is, like, I miss being able to sit down and be like, okay, cool, I have the character, I have the choice of, you know, going one way or the other. I didn't mean to do that. I can't even move. This is gonna be bad. This is gonna be a really boring fight for everybody. And I'm sorry about that. It's like, whoop, unless I can kill, like, everybody. Wait, Ice Storm. Ice Storm is perfect. Now when he uses Animate Dead again, I can go, nope. Holy shit, I just did so much damage. Oh, I got him! Tight! He's dead as shit. Awesome. Oh, we're gonna end it off as this is going. I think I timed it just right. Tomorrow we're gonna do the sequel, which is a way better game. There's like combos and more spells and more stuff you can do, and different types of characters matter more. It's not just like you got two casters who are fun and then two dudes who are boring as sin. Boy, good times. But I'm really enjoying D&December. I've struggled to make a lot of the videos. I'll be honest with you guys. I've recorded this episode 4 times, just because I'm trying to get the right level of interesting, the right level of fun. I don't want to spoil things for people that I'm playing with. You know, there's a lot of things that I have to balance out in my current situation. And as into D&D as I am, a lot of my stories happened when I was like 12, and I can't remember all of them. And at times I think to myself, perhaps it'd be best if I just sat down and recorded myself talking, so that I don't have to focus on the game and don't have to focus on the other stuff. I don't know. I could be wrong. Look how beautiful. Anyway, it's going to be a really, really fun month. I know we're just getting started. I think I might break the monotony of the game and just do a quick D&D story video tomorrow. So tonight's video is going to be normal length. Usually I go for about 30 minutes. But tomorrow, I think I might just tell a story. Maybe like a quick 10-minute story or 5 to 10-minute story. Just me doing a thing. Just to make it easier. Maybe I'll just like let something play in the background or something. Just real basic, boring pictures of things. I don't know. I shouldn't say boring. Oh, cutscene.
Now we triumphed together. There is still much work to be done.
Oh, he is right. What of the fellowship? Is that all there is for you?
Oh my god. The voice acting. The voice acting is real. Oh, I can't wait to hear this girl.
Hey, wait for me.
Okay, she wasn't that bad.
Well, that was a pleasant diversion. So, what do we do for a little excitement?
The answer is watch a bird fly away.
Thank you.
Aww. It thanked me. Treasures found. Did I find them all? Nope. Ah, I have to play as a cleric to find Scroll of 6 to Snakes and cure serious wounds. But otherwise, I found everything. Good for me. Oh boy. There's a little sneak peek for tomorrow. Wait for it. Ah. The far superior game. Very excited for this one. All kinds of neat things I can do and play with in this, and we're going to definitely enjoy this. I don't know, I'm going to figure out what I want to do. I'm going to figure out what stories I want to tell. I did a lot of prep for this, but I also did no prep for this, because I change my mind, I do things, I record whole videos, I delete them because they come out like rubbish, and I was just being hard on myself. Like, I watch them before I post them, and I go, oh, no, that's no good. So definitely keep in mind that when I post this is the finished product of me being exhausted after an 8-hour workday, and then coming home and having like another 2 hours of straight recording. I'm quite tired. So definitely comment all that crap down below. Tell your friends about my stuff. Once again, please check out Pro Jared's videos on this, and come check back in tomorrow. We'll see whatever I'm going to talk about. Either Shadow over Mystara, or we're going to do just a regular D&D story, because everybody likes D&D stories. They're great, and I do have a million of them. I just gotta remember them. But if nothing else, I hope to see you again soon, and I hope that we can continue this tradition on throughout many years to come, because God, I love it. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one.